Welcome, friends. Today, we are doing another live stream. Hurrah. So, I beg your pardon. Today we are doing a live stream, and as you may or may not have noticed, for those joining us live, we are a bit early. The reason for this, I can confirm, is that Newcastle are playing tonight, right at fucking 8 o'clock, which is what time I usually stream. So, bollocks to streaming over Newcastle playing, unless we get beaten, then I'll be raging. So yes, here I am. Streaming about 3 hours earlier than usual. Just testing the water, seeing what's happening. You know, I might do this on Friday as well. I know Ramsey's got a stream on Friday with John Beeble from January Scent Project, which I am most looking forward to. No, Oman Luxury did not pay me to eat an apple. Good morning, Antonio Hobson. Good morning. Good morning? Hang on a minute, it's 5 o'clock at night. Dev, welcome. Kratos, welcome. Galen, shut up. Spaced Out, Floral Notes, hi. Paroli, hi. I wonder what Galen's up to. Said no one ever. I have some purchases coming, friends. I've been buying some perfumes. I have many, many bottles coming. I don't know how this has happened. It's kind of crept up on us. It's 9 o'clock in the morning in California. Bloody hell. You are 8 hours behind me. Maybe I'm 8 hours ahead of you. Who knows? How long does it take to get to Australia on a flight from California? I know that's a very niche question, but does anyone know the answer? Is it a long time? I imagine it's like a 10-hour flight, is it? People don't realise the fucking Pacific's massive. It takes 24 hours from Britain. I mean, literally. Like, you couldn't get any further away. Mitch, did you ever try Japan Noir? I'm wanting to try it soon. No, I haven't. Scent of the day, welcome. Oh, fucking stop that. Just fucking throwing perfumes around. Let me know what your scent of the day is. If you are into that kind of thing, which I imagine you are. Natalia, welcome. It's nice to see Natalia in the stream again. Well, more than 10 hours if you are taking a connecting flight at Newcastle. Who cares about work? Go to the loo and watch the duck stream, says Pradeep. European peeps are usually probably finishing up work. Possibly. It depends what you do for a job. I used to work continental shifts. That was fucking... poof. That was very time consuming. I used to work 6 till 2 for 2 weeks. Or was it a week? I think it was a week. Hello, DMR. How are you? 14 hours Australia to California, says. That is a long time, that. Fuck me. Bollocks. That's just no way, man. That's a long time to go. Can't wait till they start using fucking like space flight. You'd be able to get anywhere on the planet in an hour. You know what I mean? 14 hours from Paris to Mumbai. Bollocks! Oh, I can't do anything for 14 hours, man. It's a lot of Candy Crush. You know what I mean? It's a lot of Candy Crush you're playing, isn't it? Full. Natalia says, my scent of the day is Elisaya Extra Noir. Never heard of it. Hello, Rich. Scent of the day is Chanel. Chanel Edinburgh. Good fragrance. good fragrance. Spaced Out says, I travelled to Switzerland for 17 hours. I didn't regret it at all. Jura says, I'd watch a sheep video. Why would you watch a ram video? Oh, you watch one of Ramsey's videos. I get it now. Benji, welcome. Scent of the day is Rubini Fundamental, a house well worth trying. Got free sample from St. Celia and I'm hooked. I think DJ is a fan of Rubini, although I may be mistaken. I would have to check our chats. I am not wearing this today. I am merely pondering it. I think I'm going to review it and sell it. I don't even like it. You know what I mean? DJ does like some Rubini. Yeah. Rose the One from that racist brand. Which one's the racist brand? I imagine there's a few racist brands. Who is the racist brand, Lily? It's nice and quiet in here, isn't it? Nice and... There's only 15 people watching. 16 people watching now. Dolce & Gabbana. The two blokes are a bit... they're a bit much like... They don't like the other. Pradeep is in Prada Amber. Pradeep Amber Porom. Can't believe I've never made that joke before. Anyone tried Civet Cat Sheepra from... Kratos says, scent of the day is Thameen Fanfare. Picked up 6 different samples yesterday. Saw that zoologist and smelled quite a bit of the collection along with Fragrance Du Bois. My wallet will be in trouble if I get those. Fragrance Du Bois don't really interest me. I've smelled a few of them. I think they're massively overrated, if I'm being honest. Or a bit like Roger. I mean, they're made in the same factory. We know this. Stop this Amber Pour-On business, says Jura Rose. Maurice Roussel loves Prada Amber Pour-On. He can fucking love it as much as he wants. Not only racist, but also homophobic. Yes, they don't like the others. You know, if you are not like them, you know, something I don't really have much time for, that. No, I'm not going to sit here and fucking, to be honest. There's fucking people like, oh, you should say that, you shouldn't say that. It's like, yes, I know. Just chill. That Gucci Mobile is fucking... I've hidden it for some reason. So early today, says Pulpa Femo. Newcastle are playing at in 3 hours' time, so I don't want to miss that, but I do want to stream. I was very bored. I'm going to be honest, I wasn't happy with the last stream. I felt negative. I can't remember why now, but felt like I don't know, just felt negative. I came away with a bad taste, and it was my own fault, you know. Good God. I'm at the hospital tomorrow for a blood test. Is there a real castle at Newcastle? There's an old castle at Newcastle. The old castle got knocked down, so they built a new one and just called it Newcastle. So there we are. I am wearing 31 Rue Cambon. Glorious. I think it's in my top 10. I'm not massively into 31 Rue Cambon. Those Chanel exclusives are massively overrated. Hugely overrated. Rated too much by those who rate them. I imagine Eugene's ears have just perked up and he's raging. You know what I mean? I wonder what Eugene's doing. I wonder what he's up to. Jura, gay couples shouldn't be able to raise children, they said, says Floral Notes. Well, they were a couple themselves, weren't they? They were a couple. I don't know if they are now. Lily says, I'll quit while I'm behind, though. Rich wants a more happy stream. It would be nice if we had a happier stream this time. No, I'm not afraid of talking about these things. Just don't want to just dwell on it too much, you know what I mean? Rich, have you discovered Ted Lasso yet? Mate, honestly, I don't watch TV. I just don't watch TV. I just watch football. I just watch the sport on the TV. Pradeep says, Dior Privé the best Privé then? Fuck knows. Don't think so. It used to be. And then I just got out of control. Just turned to shit. I'm not into 31 Rue Cambon either, says Natalia. Richard, but, says Natalia, because of you, Duck, and because of Lily, I got me some purple bottle Herisse. Ah, nice one. It's good stuff. I really like Chanel exclusives, but they raised their prices, which are already insanely high. They've put their prices up like 15%, man. Pain and suffering. Natalia says it kind of smells like potatoes straight from the soil. Yeah, it's got that rooty kind of thing, because potatoes are a root, aren't they? So it's got that kind of rooty, starchy sort of thing. Well, Lily says starchy as well. Good for the rain. Really good fragrance for the rain. Or when you're going to hospital, like I am tomorrow. I might wear that. I don't know. I might wear Infusion de Riz. Cuir d'Ange is starchy, says Pradeep. I'm not sure. Yes, almost 17% I think they can take their perfumes. Says Pulp Ephemeral. Yes, rain. Snow, cold, overcast. DMR says, have you been interested in fragrance or a hobby while you were going through the worst moment of your life? I mean, I've had a few of them. So, yes, why? Once I smelled junk niche, I truly started appreciating Chanel and Hermes. I like Hermes. I like Chanel as well. New Les Exclusives may come out this year, says Pradeep. Well, the last one was Le Leon, and that was awful. Awful. Not a good fragrance. Spaced Out says, yes, new exclusives this spring and summer. Is there? Says who? Where are you hearing this? What are they? Eugene hasn't mentioned it, which I thought he would. I'd like to smell it. Jacob confirmed it. Nice. Hello, Professor Melvin. Welcome. I think I like the Leon over Shalimar, though, says Lily. I don't like Shalimar either. I had a vintage eau de toilette and sold it. No, Le Leon. I love Le Leon, says Pulp Ephemeral. Ah, sorry, man. It's poor stuff. It's poor. It's not for me. Don't like labdanum that much. Not when it's that front and centre. It smells like rubber. I like the Leon, but I hate the musk in it. It's Spaced Out. I'm interested in some new Chanel fragrances. Absolutely, I am. Fuck not having a Chanel release for years. That's what they do, though. They always make a big thing about not discontinuing their fragrances. They used to. And then they would bring the same ones back out, though. Sycamore is still my favourite Les Exclusive. Yes, that and Coromandel. Oh, new Les Exclusives coming, says Professor Malvin. My sales associate didn't mention anything yet, apparently. Jacob said they are on their way. I hope it's more than one. Cuir de Russie and Coromandel are my favourites. I heard they might release a miniature set, says Professor Malvin. That'll be interesting. Oh, I am missing my back scratcher, and it is a terrible thing. Early live stream, says Stephen. That's because I'm watching the match later. And I wanted to stream. I wanted to talk to some people about some perfume. Try and make things positive. Today I bought 2 Serge Lutens. They will be arriving after Easter now. Jesus, Easter on Friday, isn't it? Hello, JJ. Hello, Rich Mitch. I sent you an email. Oh. Right. Hold on. Where are you? There is an email from Coffee. What do you want from me, Coffee? Leave me alone, you fucking bad spam. Oh, there you are. When was this? 2 days ago. Jesus Christ. That's the thing. I don't get notifications when I get emails. Sorry, no. I don't think I was around either. This would be tomorrow. Your tomorrow in this email would be last night. 9, 10 o'clock's fucking late for me now. I fucking fall asleep at fucking 9 o'clock. 10 o'clock. I push myself when I'm streaming at like 10 o'clock. It's hard for me to say that I'm going to be sound on any given day, like. But no, sorry, I didn't see that. I'm getting messages from people. I can't listen to your message. I'm on stream. Ooh. Just got a message from Anoush. Perhaps someday I'm still working my day job until it's 9 p.m. your time. It's just a matter of fucking time zones, innit? Me and Eugene used to start streaming at like 10 o'clock and it would kill us. Like, that's one of the main reasons we don't stream as much as we did. In fact, it is the main reason. I used to fucking wake, when I was younger, man, I used to wake up at like fucking like 1 o'clock in the afternoon and go to sleep at like 5 o'clock in the morning, you know? I'd have loved it. If I had all of this sort of set up when I was younger, I'd have been like a pig in Chardonnay. You know what I mean? Excuse me. The main designer release will probably be like meh, like Gabrielle and Bleh. I'm getting my vintage Amber Absolute and Tuscan leather decants this week. I cannot wait. They're pretty great. Amber Absolute smells like tobacco oud without the tobacco and the oud. I've said this many times. Finally got the Zondra. Wow. Are you a big fan, are you, Professor Melvin? It was pretty short notice, but we were trying to get you to join us. Sorry. I saw that you had Scentland on. I'd like to be on a thingy with Scentland one day. It was pretty short notice, but we were trying to get us out of it. I have asked you because right now I cannot enjoy anything at all. My mother died 40 days ago, sorry. Suddenly and unexpectedly, she was 61. I'm sorry. Don't wear fragrances until you're ready. You will associate it. You will associate it probably with the things that happened to you. You might be all right now after 40 days as far as association's concerned, but if I were you, the times like that, fragrances are just, they mean nothing, you know? So I wouldn't worry about it. I'm very sorry for your mother. That is a terrible blow. My YouTube is saying includes paid promotion. Are you selling out, Rich, or is it just the coffee link? It could be the coffee link. I'm surprised to hear that, to be honest. I'm not selling anything, but I'm glad YouTube's applying that. I mean, there are other channels it should really be applying to. You know what I mean? But I'm not promoting anything. Perhaps someday. I'm still working my day job until it's 9 PM your time. We'll get round it at some point. We've got all the time in the world, you know what I mean? It's not to worry. Oh, got a fucking lip. Answer is weekend matinee, obviously, says Florence. Bri, welcome. It comes off like the colour of the bottle. Cold, Rudy. It's like giving you the facets of Iris. Happy to have it. Rudy here. I didn't see Rudy. Welcome, Rudy, if you are here. Not saying it now may have been an error. I'm sorry to hear his profound loss. My mother passed away at 63 in 2014, young as well. 63 is not very long, is it? You know, people living into their 80s and 90s and stuff like that. My auntie's coming towards the end. She's in her early 80s at the minute. She's in palliative care at home. So, yikes. Bri, I will not have such slander on this channel. You young rascal. You will sit for the next 300 seconds and consider the error of your ways. Stephen Tampton says, Centre of the Day vintage Timbuktu. Decided I'm going to wear it for my son's baptism in June. I don't know what I would wear for a baptism. Maybe something like sartorial. Or girl on vetiver. You know? Depending on what the weather was like. I'll tell you what I do want to wear at some point soon. Kazemi. This is my decant of Kazemi. I have another one the same size. It's gorgeous. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's got a touch of Noir Peace about it, though. Incense note, that did it for me. Yeah, I'd wear like Labs or something like that. Or Laos. I don't get huge incense in this. It's getting less bad. I used to think, I fucking just didn't understand this very much. Didn't appreciate it, didn't like it, didn't think it was good. I feel like it's better now, though. I'm getting used to it. I want to, before I fully commit to like a day's wear, I just want to get round to it, you know. I haven't worn Pavarotti yet. Hasn't been warm enough. Oh! No! What a fragrance. I fucking love that shit. I'm now constantly wearing Santal Royale. Just got a bottle and enjoying it. Natalia says, don't wear Avignon. They might mistake you with a priest. I had to fall asleep after a bit, but it was an interesting discussion, says Chura Rose. Been wearing Musk Ravageur and Creed's Viking lately, since it's still cold in April, says the Scent Reaper. It's fucking cold here as well, like. Cheers, Professor Melvin. I appreciate it. Oh no. Anoush is sending me messages with bad tidings, unfortunately. Some decants have leaked. That is sad. Getting a parcel from Anoush at some point soon. I'm getting lots of stuff coming in soon as well. Well, you'll see when I unbox it. Pretty sure I'm going to sell my vintage Aventus as well. I'll say vintage, it's like 2017. It's got, I smelled amber wood in it. I smelled amber wood in it, and I'm just like, nope. Nope. I don't understand it. Just don't understand the hype whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? And there's the batch code. What's Duro Rose saying? He's laughing at something. Why can't I see what that is? A42. Oh, it's a 2016. It's a 2016, friends. This is top stuff. If you like aventus. I don't know what the 2016 batches go for. Shall we have a square, friends? Shall we have a square and have a look? That's what that means. I got myself a 200ml Eau Sauvage Parfum back up the other day. You cannot go wrong. aventus 2016. Let's have a look. There's a for women. Whoa! There's a bottle for £1,000 from 2015. With 10 to 15ml used. That's insane. Are you taking a fucking piss? People are batshit. There's no way. Creed Aventus 120ml. Unwanted gift. It's definitely fake, that, isn't it? Yeah, I think you're selling a fake bottle there, son. There's only one picture. Le Nouveau Parfum. Yeah, there's a few. There's a few from basically the same fucking different accounts with the same wording. 700 fucking quid. Are you taking the piss? The fuck is going on here? You can't be serious. Fucking mental people are. I will price it accordingly. But yes, I'll be selling it. Massively overrated perfume, in my opinion. Nosegasm. True story. $1.99 a month to comment in a live stream. It's not what's coming. It's what's now. What do you mean, Phil? What do you mean? Not for me, it's not. Or if it is, I'm not getting any of that money. What the fuck? Don't sell it yet, say Spaced Out. Why not? An early duck catches the worm, says the Love Beneath. I would keep it for collector purposes, but I don't like it. This is a living collection, it's not a museum. While I appreciate people who do collect and keep, not for me. Aventus for women is yuck, says Natalia. I would love 120ml of Creed's Royal Oud. Would you? Would you? Would you? You mean that one? I bought all of these from reputable vendors, by the way. These are all real, thank God. Sell it to the guy who has like 50 batches. Do you know what it is with the batches sticks, right? They're not batches, they're reformulations, right? They hide behind the whole, we have natural ingredients and shit like that, and it's bollocks, right? He was reformulating it from the day it got released because he wanted to make the formula cheaper. And when it got traction and became that big perfume that it became, he wanted to increase the margin, right? So the books look better and obviously make more money. And that's how he got £1 billion for his company. The fucking charlatan. I hope he stands on a plug. Oh. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. I hate the brief from some of these scalpers, like, for real collectors only, no time wasters. Cheeky fuckers. I know one thing about Aventus, it gets compliments all the time. Oh, absolutely, people love it. People love it. The problem is, I've got a bottle and I don't. I've got 2 bottles. And I don't love it. I'll put it up for like 400 quid or something silly like that. Just wait for someone to buy the cunt. You know what I mean? Sent special delivery or something, because you know what people are like. I have got the boxes, but I can't be asked to dig them out. This is nice. I might wear this tomorrow, Royal Oud. Like an oud fragrance with no oud in it. What do we think of Viking? Right, I can get a 2017 bottle of Viking, right? Give us a second, I'm going to see if I can find me a sample of it. I can get a 2017 bottle, which is the original, and people say that's the best one. Alright? But I don't know that I like Viking. Am I liking Viking? I don't know. Let's spray it on, shall we? Here is this. This is this. Shite. Oh, we'll see how big are you? How big is this? Viking. Sample, not for sale. Ingredients. It's a 21 batch, I believe, if I'm reading the Who jar right. How big is this fucking thing then? Artisanal fragrances handcrafted in France. Wankers. Sprayers on these are foul. Right, so I get citrus off the top. Okay. This is fucking Viking, isn't it? It wants to be. That's what it was given to us as. I mean, don't get us wrong. There's a couple of lasses who work on the Creed counters who are sound as fuck. Especially the one who works in John Lewis, my local John Lewis. Fucking lovely lass. This is nice. I do like this. I like this more than Aventus. But fucked if I'm spending hundreds on it. The gorgeous bottle Royal Oud is in my top 10 personal favourites. I know one thing about Aventus. It gets compliments all the time. Absolute. Do you know what it is, right? You're spot on. It's true. It's fucking true. People fucking love it. The men love it. The women love it. The in-betweeners love it. Fucking very pleasant. Alright? See, fucking Bry is back with a take that we can all get behind. All creeds are total shit. Oh, Noo's just sending me beautiful messages. He's very kind, isn't he? Would Creed credit perfumers for their next release whenever that shit arrives? Probably not. Probably not. BlackRock must have been fucking mortified when they found that shit out. Unless they knew the whole time. You know? But can you imagine working in the fucking the PR department at Creed and fucking the Ghost Perfumer book coming out and you just being like, what? Crazy. Like, Bry has come back. You are welcome back, my friend. Just don't say outrageous shit in the chat. Don't say outrageous shit in the chat, you hooligan. Fucking bit of hooliganism in the chat from Bry. Is that the guy who has like 50 batches? The problem with that guy is he'll know what it's worth. I want some fucker who thinks it's worth more than what it is. You know what I mean? Phil has said something, and this is the first I'm hearing of this, right? $1.99 subscription rate to join in a comment section. They don't want to hear what you have to say unless you're able to pay. I assume because there are thousands of comments per 2-hour stream, they can charge this rate or you will make no comment. Who's this? What is this, Phil? Like, can you give some context to this? Because fucking, right? Don't make us kick you out again, son. You're an evil man. Committing evil hooliganism, vandalism. Perfume vandalism. Prada Rambo Pour On smells nothing like Uncut Gem. It's time to block Bryce, is spaced out. Do you know, it might very well be time to fucking block that motherfucker. Hello, Vic. How are you? Royal Oud is for when you wear your expensive sharp suit and ready to conquer the world. All creeds are total bullshit. Yeah, I can understand. Yeah, that's okay. Royal Oud, says Dino. Yes. Royal Oud indeed. I like this Viking, but I mean, it's a fucking easier way. Do I want to spend money on it? I'm getting... What am I getting? I'm getting like a clean citrus. I'm worried because there was this time when I got a fucking metallic note from it and I was like, woof. No. No, no. Don't like metallic notes. A rich heart dropped when he realised the similarity between Prada Rambo Pour On and Uncut Gem. This is just lies. Fake news. I don't like using that term, it's bollocks. Thank you. Uncut Gem is just boring. Is Russian tea an easy wear, Rich? Is it an easy wear? Is Russian tea an easy wear? I don't think it's an easy wear. It's not a hard wear. Is it a medium wear? Is it a soft wear? Is it a warehouse? No. Russian tea, is it an easy wear? Define easy wear. I'm bottling that question like... Russian tea's a good wear, but you've got to wear it when you're ready for it. You've got to wear it when the stars align. That's not right. You've got to wear it when the weather is suited to it. You know, you've got to wear it when you're ready for it. When you feel like it's... I like to wear it in the winter. I think it's got like winter vibes to it, you know, with the mint and the fucking raspberry. There's mint, there's raspberry, there is birch, it's green. I take my mum to the doctor's today, she's barking like a fucking dog. Like coughing, I mean. She's coughing horribly overnight. The doctor gave her some antibiotics, like. So I had her at the fucking hospital on Saturday because she was fucking talking about her face. And then I've had her at the fucking doctor's today. Do I want a bottle of Viking? Maybe. Good evening, everyone. Hello, Lord of the Ducks. Welcome, Klein Honor-Zog. This will be a more sort of reasonable hour for you, I would have thought, is it not? Rather than my usual streaming time. I thought I was just feeling fucking experimental today. No, that's not true. There's a football match I want to watch at 8 o'clock. Newcastle are on the telly again. So, I'll be fucking battered. I'll be battered by the time they fucking start. Yes, thank you, says Klein. No problem. Steph says, is this a new time for you? Yeah, well, this is a new time for us. This stream acutely, like this very stream is a new time for us. But will I be doing this all the time? Probably not. How do you like your eggs boiled? Says Lily. Soft, medium, hard, jammy. Ooh, eggs and jam. Hi, Rich. Hello, Enrique Vasquez. Your scent of the day is Eau Sauvage 2012. Cloudy. Give me one moment. I am going to dehydrate. Your team took the piss out of us last time, says, do you know? It's a shame we couldn't do it in the cup final, like, but you're missing Casemiro, something shocking. Something shocking. Scott McTominay is not the answer. Goodness me. Apparently Eddie Howe really wants to sign him, and I really don't want him to. It was me. So, I did a little bit of research when I was in the bathroom, because that's, as we all know, the best place to do that kind of thing, you know? The person I will be buying it off is not available for the next 2 weeks. And I was like, why are you unavailable for the next 2 weeks? What is this shit? Give us 2 seconds. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. So, I know they've got a bottle of the 2017. And I'm tempted, I won't lie to you, I am tempted. I agree, on Ericsson. I'll give you Scott for a pack of crisps. I'll drive him to Newcastle. Fucking woeful. Imagine if all your subscribers had to buy you 1 cup of coffee per month to be in the chat, and that was the standardization across the board. No, I don't like that at all. Nobody is under any obligation to give me anything. That is there if you are feeling like, if you're in the mood for it, you know what I mean? That's calm. If you're not, it's fine. I wouldn't charge for access at all. Bois d'Argent is wonderful, but it lost something recently, says Paul Parfemo. Well, it's funny you mentioned that. I was talking to a company today on the bay, and did you know what they say? Right, I'll stop that. They said they have a tester of Bois d'Argent, and it is a 2022 batch. And I was like, oh no. I was like, okay. They were like, I was like, could you send us a picture of the top of the cap? And they were like, yes, certainly. And they haven't done it yet. And I'm wondering whether they've clicked on that it's an older bottle. But it hasn't got a box. So I'm worried that they could just plonk another cap on it. So, happy hump day, y'all, says I Smell. Something that is Prada Luna Rossa Sport. I didn't like any of those Luna Rossas. I just thought they were a bit shit. Didn't you say they started mixing the cap design recently? Yeah, apparently so. I was in the boutique, the Dior boutique at Harrods Beauty, and they had a couple of bottles with the separated caps on the top. And I was like, the separated CD on the top. I was like, oi, oi. What is going on here? And they were like, yeah, we've brought it in for like the classic range. I thought, woo. Speaking of which, this company has just sent me the pictures of the cap. Do you believe in Thoth? Not hugely. So the cap appears to be a modern cap. I wonder if I could ask them if they've got any fucking ancient stuff. I'm just going to text them back and say thank you. Thank you very much. See. So I'm asking this Maison Perfumes UK people. I mean, it's a good price for a bottle of Bois d'Argent. It's a 250. They want like 229 quid for it, which is a decent price. It's fucking freezing in this house. All the fucking heating's coming on soon. Good evening, drawn by scent. It's an early one. Hope you are well. Scent of the day, iced cafe pour on. I am well. Hope you are well. Thank you. Did you say they... Yes, I did. Reformulation. Upon further review, Givenchy Gentleman Society is pretty much cleverly disguised amber woods. Have you tried Amber Loop by Ranier J? Yes, but I can't remember what I thought of it. Do you agree that Aqua de Palma is a good value for money brand, although prices on discount has went up to 1 year ago? You could find real steals. Do you know Cipresso di Toscana or Futura? Apparently, Futura. I've smelled Futura. It's fantastic. All the bottles are fresh IA there with the same logo. I appreciate your photo. Yo, Ganda. This company seems to think that their fresh fucking bottles are a good thing, when indeed I do not agree. Aqua de Palma are a good value brand. Try and get the brown bottles if you're gonna get the like the oud and the leather and the mirror and stuff like that. I love Colonia Mirror. It's beautiful. We found you can find nowadays in the deal shop. Yes, I find it different, less fascinating. I like it nonetheless. Drop the deal, says Vic. Justin says, I only like Luna Rossa once in a while when I want a slightly new, fresh fragrance, although I'm not in the mood for that much. I'd rather wear West something like Boss Number 1. Early duck flight pattern today. Yes, certainly is. Oh, this company's not yielding at all. Shithouses. How many reformulations did it go through? Monado, Demaché, and now Courtejon. So I think, so there was the original Bionic Monado, which ran up until about 2010. There was the original Bionic Monado that ran up until 2010. There was the Demaché reformulation in 2010-11 when he re-released it. And then in 2017, there was another reformulation. And now Courtejon's come back in. There's been another one. So I'd say 4. Bye-bye. See you later, Vic. Thank you. Good morning, Bob. Interesting, I have only tried the Demaché formulation. I own a bottle of the new Eau Noir, and while different, I find it excellent, says Paroli. Have you tried all the Hermes Essence? Yes. Hello, Rachel. I'm proctoring an exam in 10 minutes, but glad to join for a bit. Oh. Welcome. I have the new Eau Noir too, and I love it, but I've never smelled the original formulation. Absolutely sensational. Ooh. Perfect. It is different, but it's still very much Eau Noir. More woods and black pepper in the new one. Drawn by scent says cooking food, but listening in as per. I've ordered Biblos Bamboo. More blind buying, but it was inexpensive and I want the bottle. We've all done it. I've been buying a lot recently as well. I'm not going to lie to you, friends. I'm not going to lie to you. I've been buying fragrances. Whether I should or not is a different matter. But I am going to be selling my aventus, which I have just invented the name for aventus, plural. So I'll be selling them. I'm getting a haul from a Nouge. I am getting a haul from France. I'm getting a haul from Japan. It's all going on, friends. I want a bottle of that Mazzoni Uomo. I've definitely slowed down from last year, though. I'm looking at trying to back things up. You know, I mean, the prices of fucking stuff at the minute are going wild. Like, you look at the Chanel exclusives and stuff like that. There's somebody on eBay selling a bottle of Boy from 2016. I asked Jacob if Boy had been reformulated between now and then, in 2016, and he got back to us through Audrey Jane and said yes. In fact, he told us on his stream as well. Was it his stream or was it in another video? But yes, he said, and like Jacob is the fount of all knowledge when it comes to like all things, you know, all things in general, really, but especially Chanel. I am much more inclined to take his word over anyone else's about Chanel. I know he's very much invested in the brand, and he is very much. I mean, not well. I was going to say not like invested as in he owns shares, but he's covered that brand as a consumer, You know what I mean? And that they're the best people to ask. He's put his money where his mouth is. He spent a lot of money at Chanel, and he knows Chanel. And I am much more likely to believe someone like that over anyone else. JRO, welcome to you. Hi from Germany. Hello, Germany. I have not seen you before. Welcome. So yes, he says, that's a very long-winded way of me saying, Jacob has said that Boy has been reformulated between now and then. Now what I need to do is figure out whether I actually want a bottle of Boy and whether this person is selling a real one, because Chanel's are fake like you wouldn't believe. But it's fucking cheap. 200 quid for an original formulation one. Anuj, thank you. Welcome to you, and thank you. I've sent you a message. Hello, GRO. First time tuning in. Well, welcome to you. And it's very nice to hear from you. I always wanted Bois d'Argent, but I only have a miniature, and I think it's 2014 something. Which I used a little because I don't want it to finish. And now that I know I won't find it, I'll use it very rarely, even though we are talking about Italy. Jacob is definitely a reliable authority on Chanel for sure. Jacob's definitely a reliable authority on Chanel. First time tuning in, welcome JR. Please sit down and enjoy. Are you in the EU? This is spaced out. I have a 2016 bottle. If you want to buy, let me know. I used up like 10 mil out of 120, says spaced out. Hoping to get into London this weekend for a perfume crawl. Hopefully the weather ain't going to be too grim. Oh, must try Boy says, I imagine it'll be fucking heaving being the bank holiday weekend. It'll be massive. So you don't like it, says Paul Befema. Do you not like Bois d'Argent spaced out? I like it, but I never find myself using it. Yeah, that's where I'm at with a lot of fragrances, and I feel like clearing them out. I just bought a couple of Serge Lutens today. I bought a backup of Miel de Bois, Palais Royal version, and I bought a bottle of Chêne, a Palais Royal version. I've been looking for these two for fucking ages. I saved like 50, 60 quid on them as well, I think. I can't remember. Because the guy had them up for like 170 and 180, and then he reduced them both down to like 150, and I offered him 280, which he rejected, and then said, give us 290 and I'll give you them. And I got free shipping as well, so all's well that ends well. Oh god. Right, so I owe I'll say 26. Ooh. Okay. Sound. If you could send that over, please, Anuj, I would be most appreciative. Well, text when finished streaming. It's 2,700. Oh, fuck off. Sound. Oh. No problem, Anuj. Thank you. Anuj brightening my day in the chat. Not the comments, the chat. It's funny how there's a difference between the comments and the chat. Oh, don't say things like that, Anuj, Jesus. Jacob, Edinburgh review was spot on, to be fair. Yeah, most of the stuff he says is spot on, to be fair. The thing with Jacob is he's very thorough and he backs his shit up. You know what I mean? Doesn't just like say things like I do, spout an opinion. He comes at you with like research and experience and stuff like that. But his is a different channel than mine. Mine is just literally my experience of consuming perfume. Bye, friends. Off to make teenagers suffer with state testing. Nice one, Rachel. Is it today already? Says Eugene, have you just woke up? Was I dreaming, or is Balenciaga Pour Homme coming back into production? I've heard a few rumours of this. Whatever happens, it will not be as good as the original. There's no chance. There's zero chance. Less than zero. There is a negative chance of it being as good. I think I'm going to tell Anuj I love him. I just have. On today, it will soon be tomorrow. Well, tomorrow it'll be tomorrow. It's not tomorrow yet. I'll tell you what it wants to do. It wants to fucking warm up. My feet are Baltic. Absolutely freezing. To be fair, my feet are cold most of the time. So that's a sign of something, isn't it? I mean, it's a sign of having cold feet, but you know what I mean. Balenciaga Pour Homme for modern times. What they'll do is they'll re-release. What they'll do is they'll release a perfume called Balenciaga Pour Homme, and it will have no reference. It will have no reference to the original. It'll be a completely different fragrance. Nobody will have a fucking clue what's going on. It'll smell like fucking perverts and fucking kiddie fucking fiddlers and all that kind of thing. Apparently that's what the company's into. Sorry, I'm just looking for some fucking footwear. Where's my slippers? Do you know what? I own a pair of slippers. Fuck this. I'm not having cold feet. Give us 5 minutes, I'll be back. I'll not even be 5 minutes, I'll be 2 minutes. Ah, where's my slippers? Sorry? Fuck. If my mother doesn't know where they are, then they are truly lost. It's an experience every man has had. Gay or straight, black or white. If your mother doesn't know where something is, it is gone. Right, give us 2 minutes. I'm going to refill the hydration. back. I am back. I hope there's been no slander in the chat. Oh. How many people we got? It's quite respectable considering I've been away for a few minutes. How are we? Are we well? Just need to reattach the old mic. There it is. Hello, Fosco. Welcome to you. Someone else is wearing Bois d'Argent. We're all talking about Bois d'Argent. Paroli says, Nicky de Saint Phal, fresh from a news warehouse. It's beautiful. Reminds me of green, a fresher take on vintage Mitsuda. Have you seen the Harry Potter Balenciaga AI video? It's very funny. I have not. If Rich sold out his Balenciaga, wouldn't be that like a mini launch? Phil Stevens could be. We should protest Balenciaga in front of Enchanté. We should not. Give me 5 minutes to buy a ticket to Canada so I can come for that event. This spaced out. Bob is wearing Bois d'Argent. Bois d'Argent's got a good run out today, hasn't it? Balenciaga limit one per household. Throw bottles of Nahima at all the protesters. Happy Hump Day, Paroli and all. What is this Hump Day? I don't know if I can buy it right now, but we can talk about it, says Pulpafano. Eugene really like LDA. Did you find Bobby? Grappling with cauliflower and courgette, but still here, says Drawn by Sense. No worries, just let me know if you're interested to buy it in the future. I will send you my Perfume account. Bois d'Argent smelled a bit like white chocolate to me. I've never thought about that. This is my vintage Etro Sandalo. It's fantastic. This is my Eau de Hermes, which I should really wear. Sorry, I've got a bit of a nose. I hope I haven't caught that off me mum, because that'll be the second time she's fucking launched biological warfare against us. Obsession, that's vintage Obsession. I don't know whether to keep that or sell it. I don't wear it. Well, I do wear it. That's not true. I do wear it. Oh, Bois d'Argent. What a fucking fragrance. You could wear you could wear that genuinely all the time, couldn't you? My top signature scent, that. Etro Sandalo. That's beautiful. Very delicate though, very delicate, very soft. You know? Very soft. I found my slippers, by the way. I think at the age of 37, right? At the age of 37, I finally found an item of clothing on my own without my mother's help. You know what I mean? I do believe every man has had this experience. Depending on where you start your week, if it's Sunday, Wednesday would be the middle point, getting over the hump of the week, heading towards the week. Oh, is that what it means? I used to hate Tuesday. I always found Tuesday was the hardest day to get through. Fuck me. Awful. I think it's because I had geography on Tuesdays. I wonder if Audrey Jane's listening in. Geography teacher that she is. Read my geography book. Book. Just got my Dusita sample set. Any idea who the perfumers are, says Pradeep? They are out there. Because the more I think about it, the more convinced that it ain't her. It ain't her. I am pretty much convinced it ain't her. I just think she's a Roger. I've got no evidence for this at all. This is simply my opinion, and it is based on nothing. This is alleged. Fucking... I just can't see it. I just can't see it. I just can't. I'm not any authority on it. I'm not trying to say that I know something and like listen to me, but it just doesn't make sense. I think there's a lot of this goes on. A lot of it goes on. And I think it's incompatible with the day and age that we live in. You know? GRO says, never thought about the perfumers, but I am loving Monterey. Got myself a bottle recently. Well, you and me both, my German friend. Because I have a bottle of Monterey on the way as well. Fantastic. That's what Udis Bahan should have been. You know? Well, bois Jean the other day, says Eugene. How you doing? Did you enjoy it? If Daniel Craig in 007 had a signature scent, it would be Au Noir, says Spaced Out. Ooh. Ooh. Au Noir. I think it would be something quite cold. Quite aloof. You know, Florist and Iris. Florist has gone to shit for me. They're all fucking Amberwoods and cheap materials now. And they've got a couple of good perfumes, but like, some of them are painful to wear. Pissarra is the perfumer for all of them, says JJ. Pissarra, oh fuck me, brace yourselves. Umaviani. Pissarra Umaviani. Yes, Rich, says Floral Notes. All my female relatives complain that their male spouses or children are absolutely useless at finding things. Where do they go? Not the people, just the fucking items. Joro says, never thought about the perfumers, but I'm loving Monterey. Got myself a bottle recently. Yes, very nice. Rich Mitch, I heard you bought up all the Enchanted Forests. Is that true? No, I bought one, but I'm thinking of getting more. Where's Waldo? Where's Bobby? Says Phil. I don't know. Jaro says, what does everyone think about Amouage Opus 11? Seems to me like it is a bit under the radar. Never smelled it, I want to say. Have I smelled it? Never smelled it? Possibly smelled it? Pass. Interesting association, says Paul Pifama. JJ says, now you have me wanting to make much more attention to Pissarra. Seriously, there's no... But when you smell the fragrances, right, I'll be giving my final thoughts on them probably tomorrow. So I don't want to get too much into it now, but I don't think all those fragrances come from one hand. You know? If you go back over them and just consider that she isn't the perfume, and just with the thought in your mind, and there's no kind of... There's an aesthetic, but there's not a... There's not a structure, there's not a thread, you know? There's... I don't know, there's I would... I like the fact that she doesn't release like 10 perfumes at a time and like 10 perfumes a year, but I think she's commissioned them. I think she's not making them. She's commissioning them to be made. You know? That's what I think personally. I don't know her. Apparently she's a lovely person, and I'm not saying she's not. What I am saying is that I just don't see it. I just don't get it. I don't see it. Fuck me, no way. There's my L'Occitane. And there's my Eau de Decade. And here, for some reason, I am reaching for my Amouage Dear Man. Dear God. I mean, Eau Noir is dark and mysterious and masculine. Just think it would fit Daniel Craig perfectly. Good day, Rich. I once discreetly stood by a well-dressed older gentleman in a grocery store for quite a while just to enjoy the intense allure of obsession emanating from him, says Aaron. Welcome, Aaron. Thank you. Oh, dear man's good stuff. Mine was made in Oman, though. Can you see that? Made in Oman. When was it made in Oman? Muscat. You know? Dear. I don't know when I would wear this. Yes, Dior House would be the best outfitter for all 007 guys and gals. It's not a great house anymore, though, is it? The next 007 will probably be not a man, not a woman. How did you say it, Rich? An in-betweener. Now that I have Ogivre, I don't want the OG Tour de Hermes as much as spaced out. I really like a Sarah from Dusita, says Fosco. Apparently she's a lovely person. It's dear man, I can't smell it. Dear me. Back you go. I remember this Eau de Decade. Pour on for men. L'Occitane's a massively underrated house. Hugely. Good prices. Good quality perfumes. I don't know if they still do Eau de Beau, like. Eugene, loved seeing the fab architecture in your city, entertaining walk and talk. He was looking for you, Bob. James Bond would wear Creed's Bois de Portugal. As would I. As would I. Oh, fuck off. This one just doesn't bite. Look how much of a dent I've put in that. White shirt job, this, isn't it? Oh, I mean, Asara's in the food, yeah, but I'm sure she's lovely as well. Sorry, yeah, right, aye. Oh, this is extremely good sauce. The old 120ml version. I'll get me Creeds out. I've got Venetia as well. There's green Irish tweed. Here's a Royalist of Ouds. It's raining again, so that's nice. And there's original vetiver. I've also got the naughty aventus, but I don't really give a fuck about aventus, if I'm being honest. I'm going to put them both up for sale after this stream, I think. Bollocks to them. I never wear them. Me and Richie J, I remember fucking me and Richie J. They're all 120ml. I wouldn't buy the 100ml ones. Apart from maybe Viking, if I can get the 2017 version. Wide bottles. They are fucking big wide boys, aren't they? Dear man's really soft and nice. So original vetiver is brilliant for the heat. As is Bois de Portugal. What? Royal Oud's good for almost all the time. Original vetiver. I love wearing original vetiver. When it was really silly hot last year, original vetiver was a lifesaver. That and the colognes. The colognes by Creed. Not the colognes by Les Indomptables. Lifesavers they were. Right, I've dropped a bollock here. Aventus, you rest there. Okay, I'm going to put you on the floor for a second, friends. Apologies. Down you go. Do you like my postmodern carpet? Look at it. Looks like a Jackson Pollock. probably worth more. Where are you? There's another bottle of aventus lurking somewhere, and I want it because I'm going to put it up for sale. There you are. There you are. You are much fuller. I'm going to claim that's full. So this is a 2016 bottle as well. Ooh. There they go. The decision is made, friends. Alright. There's one. There's two. I reckon they're both full, basically. Well, the one on the right's not full. Nowhere near full. What the hell am I saying? Aventus bottle is so iconic. Is it? Is it really, though? It is to other people. That's the funny thing. It's iconic to other people. I think I'll review it first before I sell it. I understand it. I get it. I don't know. I don't have boxes for them. Well, I do have boxes for them. I just can't be asked to pull them out. But I do that with all my fragrances. You know what I mean? I use my Millésime Imperial bottle as decoration. 2 bottles, lucky duck. What to sell? Oh, Givre is good too. I wish I could try Creeds on their release date when they were still quality. Yeah. I've got a Millésime Imperial, which I got from a Nuge. I think it's turned like. I'm not 100% sure. But it's very rich. It's very thick. It's very dense. Like, I feel like getting in touch with fucking George from the Fragrance Apprentice and being like, yeah, do you want this? I paid for it. I said paid for it. Of course I paid for it. But it wasn't cheap. You know? Like, I get an amber wood from it. No lid. See, it's still there. It's still got this fucking... Like, it hasn't turned. It's just very, very rich. I think this... Oh, fuck me, it's strong. I think this bottle is from... This bottle is an A3311 U01, so it's a 2011 bottle, I want to say. Oh, it's very nice. No lid though. That is a shame. If you've got a lid for it, you'd love it. Aventus bottle is so iconic, says Spaced Out. I recently got Green Irish Tweed, Royal Mayfair, and Millésime Imperial, all new and current formulations for €135 each. I'm happy with it, says Klein. I'm happy for you. I like Vetiver Geranium from Creed. I like Aberdeen Lavender from Creed. Fucking tremendous. Massively into me amber fougères at the minute. Monterey smells like an Indian temple, says Pradeep. What with the oud and like the spice and stuff like that. Owning 2 Aventus bottles is the equivalent of owning 1 bottle of Uncle. Shut up, Bry. Bry talking wet in the chat. Pour Monsieur EDP. That's like very equivalent to... It's very equivalent to Aberdeen Lavender. It's got that amber fougere thing going on, which I'm massively into at the minute. This has a batch code on it. No, it fucking does not. Well, there's no batch code on my Pour Monsieur EDP. Oh, yes, it does. I beg your pardon. 2102. Fight me, Rich, with your lips, though. Good lord. Calm yourself. I might do a Chanel house overview or a Creed house overview. Oh, that's fucking great, that. I've got Venetia as well. Venetia's fucking very nice. Ramsey put us onto that. Besides Chanel, which other brand does good reformulations? Cartier, Prada used to, but now they're owned by L'Oreal, so they're dead to me. Have you done a Dior house overview? That would take fucking ages, that, bro. That would take absolutely ages. I've got fucking loads of Dior. I used to have more, but I've sold quite a few, actually. Caron says, Anoush, have you tried Lancome Hypnose? I have, but I thought it was like a 90s aquatic grapefruit thing. I wasn't a big fan of it, like. Give me 2 minutes, I'm going to dehydrate. I'll be back. Oh my giddy aunt. Once again, friends, we are back. We are back. We are back. My name is Quack. And what's been going on? Aventus is all ready for the history books. The numbers don't lie. I agree. The birch in all the bottles of Aventus was wonderful, says Paroli. Well, the birch in these ones is made up of an amber wood. I can smell. I can smell it. And yet, it's much more potent than the stuff that's out at the minute. Stuff that's out at the minute, shameful. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. Caron, have you tried Lancome Hypnose? I have. Caron and Porom. Arame did great reformulation, says Fosco. Well, at least the men's Carons are reformulated just fine. The ladies' Caron ones, not so much. Meh. The new Caron Tabac Blonde is marvellous, says Prodi. I've heard this off a few people. Oh, excuse me. Aventus from the good years are uncriticisable in my opinion. Besides the smoke fruity debate, it's very smooth. Aventus is all ready for the history books. The numbers don't lie. The birch in all the bottles of Aventus was wonderful. The greed is shameful. Imagine if they didn't cheap out, we would still have Aventus at its finest. You would. But he was reformulating it almost from the very beginning. You know? That's what people call batch codes. They're not batch variations. They're not batch variations. They're reformulations. It's bollocks about the natural ingredients doing that. There are fucking millions of perfumes with fucking natural ingredients in them all the time, and they do not change like that from batch to batch. It's consistently and repeatedly reformulated, in my opinion. Hello, Kitchy K. Welcome to you. I'm not a reform complainer, but the current Aventus is absolutely crap in my opinion, says Fosco. Yep. Why did it begin with the amberwood shite? Who started using it in perfumes? Well, it was when they developed them and realised they could make them cheaper than most other things, and then if they utilised them in a certain way, that people actually quite liked the smell. I just happen to fucking hate them. Is Aventus the first fragrance to bring the R word to the mainstream? People don't think it's the R word. People think it's batch variation. People think it's a fucking myth. It does my fucking head in. Creed's potions have changed throughout the century, says Phil Stevens. I just think it's rotten. I just think it's absolutely fucking foul what they're up to with it. You know? So grim. So grim. I don't know. What a day. What a day. I'll take some pictures now of my Creed aventus. Or maybe I should wait. The batch code is fucking here. Can you believe? Is Aventus the most popular niche fragrance ever made? Probably. I would have thought so. You know? It's over like God and church, isn't it? You know what I mean? Is Aventus... Creed's potions have changed. I found the early 2000s forums post of people complaining of reformulations, so no. Stick says, what would you say amberwood smells like? Is that Macy's fragrance is a alcoholish smelling dry down? For me, amberwoods smell black, right? And the smell like do you know black bin liners? Do you know those fucking like bin bags that you get to put in your bin, clearly. But like they smell of like recycled plastic and a bit tarry and a bit birchy. I can't think of anything I've got at the minute with like a standout amberwood note, you know, but like Bleu de Chanel Parfum had it. Bleu de Chanel, not just the Parfum, but Bleu de Chanel's got a massive amber woods in it. Huge. They just combine it with other stuff and it makes a blue thing. That's why I don't like blue fragrances, I think, because it's a massive amber wood. It gives this kind of woody but like a burned wood for me, like plasticky, melted. Do you know when you melt plastic bags? You throw like a plastic bag on the fire and it melts and it gives off that acrid fucking, that's a good word for it, acrid. That's what amber woods do for me. And then they're dry as well. They're very complex. I'll give them that. They're complex, but not in a good way. A massive headache. That's what they smell like to me. Headaches. I don't know when they came in. They may have been around for fucking years and somebody just decided to start using them one day, just like Gorilla Glass. You know Gorilla Glass on your mobile phone? That was invented in the 70s and nobody had any idea what to use it for until like smartphones came out. DJ says, whoa, the stream is early. Yes, I just listened to your message. Sorry, mate. How much are you looking to sell the Aventus for, says Captain Blimp? Mate, if you're not in the UK, right, there's no point in even asking, but I'm probably going to ask, for one of them, I'm going to ask about 400 quid. And for the other one, I'm probably going to ask about 360, 370. And we'll see, you know. eBay will want a big chunk of that, so I might even put it up higher than that. I don't know. I feel like taking the fucking piss with Aventus. It depends. I mean, Captain Blimp, do you live in the UK? How long has this stream been on? Since 5-ish? Hold on, Sticks has written a sonnet for us, so I'm going to read that in a second. New clone companies have been incorporated because of aventus. Aventus. Is Aventus the most cloned perfume? I would say, yeah. I'd say Shalimar is the most popular niche fragrance of all time. That goes into the age-old. This has been around since like the beginnings of. I remember when people were arguing about whether Guerlain was a niche fragrance house or not. I happen to think they are. Right, but there are a lot of people who make good arguments that they're not. But is Shalimar the most popular niche fragrance of all time? I don't know, man. It's hard to argue against Aventus. The sales are astronomical, man. The bloke has gone from having a relatively successful company, right, to selling his company to fucking BlackRock for $1 billion straight. You know what I mean? And he's still getting paid. I would venture to say Old Spice has sold more bottles than any other fragrance out there. It's not a bad shout either. Spaced Out, Bleu de Chanel, EDP Parfum is the only blue scent I enjoy. Well, I tried the EDP when I went to the boutique a couple of weeks ago, and I thought, fucking, it's all right. And then about 2 hours in, the amberwood starts, and it's unfucking bearable. Captain Blimp says, I got a 2017 bottle. It's pretty good. Mine are 2016, would you believe? I wouldn't have believed it until I saw it, but here we are. Why did they put the fucking batch codes in different places on them? I bought these bottles from the same fucking place, man. Whoa, the streamers, how much are you looking for sell Aventus for? If you're in the UK, mate, let me know. Get in touch. Gotcha's still trying to figure out what this amberwood smell is. I think my collection doesn't really contain any of those heavy amberwood perfumes. I'll have to maybe sample some stuff. Get a hold of Promise by Frederick Moll. Put it on. Wait for the apple note to die down. And what you've got left is like fucking Cypriol and amberwood. And the amberwood goes on after about 5 hours. It'll be unmistakable. I heard the new Surge has a massive amberwood. Anybody tried it? Oh, no. You're spot on, Rich. A lot of times amberwood fragrances will open very pleasant, but as they dry down more and more, they get that sickly plastic woods and cleaner smell from them, and it can be headache inducing. It makes me ill. It makes me ill. L'Oreal bought Aesop for 2.1 billion. Are you taking the piss? Well, that's Aesop a fucking write-off. Aesop are fucked. Because if L'Oreal have bought them, they're fucked. They're fucking shaft. Fucking L'Oreal destroy perfume brands. That's why I'm buying these bottles of fucking Prada Amber Pour. I'm off a noosh. Because he's got the made in Spain versions. I need to get myself a bottle of Edition Blanche, says Spaced Out. Parfum de Marly ought to sell for 3 billion. No chance. He'll get some fucking money for them, no doubt. The worst fragrance I've ever smelled was a Parfum de Marly. And it was called Ispazon. Absolutely foul. Awful. Alright, I'll do that, Rich. Thanks, no problem. I'm starting to pick up amberwoods in some of my older fragrances, says Phil. Iris Malacan is an amberwood bomb, spot on as well. Yeah, try Iris Malacan, and after the iris goes, all you're left with is amberwoods. What else as well? Sultan Vetiver by Nishane, absolutely stunning at the beginning. The vetiver in it's glorious, right? But after about an hour, 2 hours, the vetiver's gone, and you are left with this yawning great fucking amberwood for hours. It's insane. Iris Malacan, I'm trying to keep them grateful. I smelt the amber woods over the iris. It was unreal. Oh, fucking vile. Absolutely fucking rancid. Bad work. It was just I mean, Sultan Vet, there was no need to stick that fucking amber wood note in it at all. It was a beautiful fragrance. The iris was incredible. You've got this molten plastic fucking dry down, and it's just grim as fuck. I really wanted that fragrance to be good, and it was for an hour. But the thing is, the amber wood is still there for like you're talking 8 hours, 10 hours. That's one of the worst things about them as well. They're nuclear, they're beyond nuclear. Bosvaldo, what's happening? Monterey seems to sit close. It does after a while. I got mine at a really good price. You know what I mean? I paid a brand new sealed 100ml. I paid less than what the 50mls go for. Bargain, I thought. Very much a bargain. Oh dear me. Why are people writing to me on WhatsApp when I am streaming? Why aren't you watching me? If you're into liking streams, feel free to like this one. That's about as much as I'm going to ask. What's wrong, Rich? I don't know. I'm upset by amber woods. They've offended me, upset my mood. There is amber wood in these aventus, absolutely doubtless. Like, there's a juicy pineapple, very pineapple-y. You know? I can't wait for all the fucking wankers to start offering us silly fucking money for them. Antland, welcome to you. How are you? I haven't seen you before. A friend of mine says that amber would smell like raw turnips, and honestly, it's kind of true. Uncanny. Yikes. Raw turnips. I would have to refresh my idea of raw turnips, to be honest with you, which I'm not entirely sure I want to do. Halloween Man X any good? According to Ashton, yes. Ashton's a big fan of that Halloween Man series, isn't he? What do you think of Mont Blanc Explorer, says Captain Blimp. Better than the latest Aventus. It's more Aventus than Aventus is now. But I just don't like that style of fragrance. I'm not a huge pineapple fan. If I want a pineapple, right, I'm going for music for a while. I'm going for Metropolis by Estee Lauder. I'm not going for Aventus. That's a better pineapple note. The one in Aventus is thinner. I've used this description before, but the pineapple in music for a while smells like, imagine pineapple juice and it spills on your counter, but you don't clean it up. And the little pool just sits there. And over time, the water from it evaporates and it leaves behind the pineapple like essence, you know, and it's sticky and gooey, but it's purer, you know, it's less diluted. That's what the music for a while pineapple smells like. It's thick. It's thicker than a whale omelette. Excuse me whilst I rehydrate. I'm going to have lasagna for dinner tonight, says Robes. Welcome, Robes. Well, I'm going to have spaghetti bolognese. Sounds like you're in a bath. No, I am simply replenishing my water. Excuse me whilst I hydrate. Hello, Robes. What's dinner? Tomato, beef, burger, or teriyaki? No. It's spaghetti bolognese. Phil Stevens says, Halloween Man X, if you love your coffee sweet, you will love it. That reminds me, I need to try Followed by Kerosene. I love Follow. Do you know what I get from Follow, right? At the very beginning, I get Tuscan leather. You know, that abrasive kind of abrasive, like caustic kind of fucking burning at the beginning, that roasted, like burned dryness. Better not be a fucking amberwood or I'll look like a right tit. I'm going to have lasagna for dinner tonight, says Robes. Nice. I've got to be careful with cheese these days. Makes us feel a bit bleh. Amberwood is more like the you chew on it, the bigger it gets. I just got to stay away from it, like, 'cause it does genuinely give us a headache, like. I remember Ramsey describing it as me being more sensitive to it, and I think that's a pretty good way of describing it. Blue whale or killer whale, says Bosvaldo. Does anything hunt blue whales? I wouldn't have thought so. Scent of the day is Linstone de Guerlain ADT. I have got a bottle of that lurking back there. What are you? Hold on a minute. That's me Zardicand. Oh, that's the Bastille Bourmont. I knocked the fucking lid off it. Alfred Sung Hom. I should really sell that. I never wear it. I've got fucking Prada Amber pour on. Lasagna now has amberwood, says Bob. Oh, Tom Ford, says Bosvaldo. Used to be brilliant, Tom Ford. It's like everything. Just gets shitter as fucking time goes by. Mal tested it on his wife, woke up in the night thinking he was sleeping next to a pineapple, says Brodeep. It's not very nice to call the wife a pineapple. Surprise, surprise, says Bosvaldo. Surprise, surprise. Oh, I might wear Bois d'Argent tomorrow. JJ says, I just applied a sealed bottle of Cacharel Pour On from the 90s. It's all in the sillage. Love it. I haven't smelled it. This great since my dad had it in the 80s. I'm selling my bottle of Cacharel Hump. I'm swapping it. It's over here. Careful, careful, I don't fucking knock that over. Mine's got the bird on it. And the bloke was asking specifically for the bird. Get the bird in. See it? There's the bird there. I've got the box, but fuck knows. And who's have you got any of this? Vintage Cacharel. I bought this and I just wasn't impressed, if I'm being perfectly honest. I just wasn't impressed one iota. I'm gonna chip you in that puss, Mitch. You're gonna fucking do what? You'll do nothing of the sort. You unusual Norwegian. You're Norwegian now. Could wear Prada Amber. Prada Amber? Could wear Prada Amber. Could wear Homme de Grey. Could wear Rive Gauche pour Homme. Have you got some of that, Anoush? The one with the bird on the bottle. Could you send us a couple of pictures? Olivia Creed's inspiration for Aventus was him seeing girls drinking pineapple juice, is spaced out. Do you have any Van Cleef and Arpels? Not the scalper stuff, Midnight. I have. I've got Czar. I used to have Pour On, which I sold because I didn't like it. I never wore it. Yes, I'm a transplant Norwegian, as DDLD said. Yeah. I haven't worn this yet. This is starting to get a bit of a funk to it. I sound. Okay, it's 20 minutes. Good evening, Nick N. How are you? Lee Van Cleef. Oh, my favourite Western actor. Van Cleef. Very Dutch name, that, isn't it? And what I would like to wear a bit more of this year, now brace yourselves, because I might fucking knock this all over. I would like to wear me some Agua Brava. I've actually got a fucking... I've got a spray bottle of this. But I remember Fragrance Matt talking about it. It's fucking lovely. It's got this slightly metallic lavender note going on. Fabulous. Oh, that is fucking very nice. It's not even metallic, it's kind of tangy. I see the Penhaligon travel sprayer. I have one. The sprayer on it is amazing, says PRM. I don't have a Penhaligon's travel sprayer. I've got a Penhaligon's, which is sartorial, and the bottle is scratched a bit. Not the greatest finish on the old bottle there, I'm not going to lie. Sartorial. Pradeep, I've seen that video. It's mental, isn't it? Sniffed Costume National Homme on the walk the other day of a hipster girl. 99% sure it was some indie clone rollerball called Tide. She was very flattered. Nautical Voyage is #1 most sold on Amazon, they say. Ah, the white small must come from the same factory. White small bottle. This one here. That's a Travelo. This is Amber Noe that's in here. That's another fragrance I want to wear a bit more as well. It's beautiful. It's very nice Amber Noe. It's very pleasant in a good way, not pleasant in a bad way. This is a Travelo atomizer, mate. It might be made from the same company, but there you go, Travelo. Thanks so much. Well, that's quite all right, mate. Let's just delete that for you there. Ooh. What we got? I'm back. Your Kratos Clash Royale Pour Armors F tier vintage. What does that mean? Oh, you mean it's bad? I do not like it as a fragrance, I must admit. If I was going to buy any more, I'd be buying it to sell. I agree with JJ when he says it's in the sillage because it can't be from up close. Really not a fan of that shit. Sandalo Parfum by ADP is very good. It is most of that. I like that line. I do like Aqua de Palmas. I think it was you asking before whether I thought Aqua de Palma was a good house. I do. Welcome, Kratos. It's funny what sells and what's good, isn't it? The two clean, different fucking things. Those Travelo atomizers are really good, but at the same time, I'm not really arsed about them. I like the ones that I got from Ampulla instead. These little decanty ones. And these ones, the fucking sprays on these are incredible. And use FTL, wow, brutal. Oh, fucking hell. No, I'm not a big fan of the old Casherelle, I must admit. Oh. I could wear Beau de Jour every day and night. I think it's that type of fragrance, isn't it? It's definitely a signature scent type of perfume. Oh, I fucking think that Viking might have an amber wood in it, you know. It's definitely got something woody in the base. Jai Pour will fit your amber fougere kick. I fucking sold my bottle, man. Had the metal one. Yikes. Nick has emailed me and said HS. I don't know what that is. Apologies. I'm not saying hello to him. No, he says hi, but like this. Okay, friends. 2 hours has been reached. I've got shit to do. I've got football to watch. So I'm going to go. If anybody else is streaming later, I would highly advise you to go and watch them because they will be good. I thank you all for watching. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting, talking to me and keeping me company for the last 2 hours. I appreciate it. And I will see you all again very soon. In the title of the email. Oh, sorry, man. I'll have a look now. See you later.